Okay, America, I want to tell you about something that could be happening the next few days or the next couple of weeks. I'm not really sure when and if it will happen. But if it does, I want you to be understanding of what's going on and what could very well happen. Currently, the United States of America and the country of Iran are facing a stand down or a standoff. Call it whichever one you like. The relations between the two countries have, not been very good. And this dates clear back to 1979 when Iran took over their country, led by the Shah of Iran, and held American hostages for over a year, like 400 plus days, until they were finally released the day Ronald Reagan was sworn in as president. Ever since then, it's been a very tenuous relationship. The country of Israel will tell you that they've been in a war with Iran for a long time. We're Iran proxies, been lobbing missiles and everything else they could throw at the country for years and years. It took the United States to set up a missile defense system, a golden dome, an iron dome, call it what you will, that shot down missiles from Iran every time they launched them. So Iran and everybody else in the world has been going at each other. The weird thing is that back in the 70s, when the Shah of Iran was out running the country, it's kind of modern. Everybody looked the same way as Americans do, did the same things Americans do. But then the new Ayatollah came in, took the country back to the 6th century. Everybody had to wear the special clothes, couldn't do anything. Women were prohibited from doing just about everything. Turned into kind of a mess. Well, in recent times, people in Iran are starting saying, hey, you know what? We kind of like to be like America. We like to be like the rest of the world. Well, the Iranian regime, with the mullahs running the rodeo, didn't like that. And recently, they have been murdering Iranian citizens by the dozens. And I mean more than dozens, hundreds, and even thousands. You can check the video services to find out just how many they've killed. The number's in dispute, but I can tell you right now, it's in the thousands, mowing them down because they wanted freedom. Well, President Trump said, I've had enough. He started to move forces over there. As a matter of fact, the forces he has moved into the Iranian area exceed. Did you hear that? They exceed what we were building up when we went to war against Iraq many years ago. More firepower is on scene. There are two carrier groups. You've got the Gerald R. Ford and the Abe Lincoln. That would be CVN 72 and 73. They've got all kinds of aircraft specializing in, F-18s, the Growlers, the F-18 fighters. They've got all those, and it's hundreds. They've also got F-22 Raptors. There's 12 of those that have gone over. There's F-16 Vipers, 36 of those, F-35s. Like I said, the F-18 Super Hornets. That's just some of the stuff they put there. They've got 6 AWACS planes. That's historical. That's never happened before. 6 AWACS planes. If you looked at football, they're the offensive play callers. Now, aside from all the fighters we're sending over, we're also sending over 24 KC-135s and KC-46s. These are the aircraft that handle the refueling. This, folks, is serious. And it isn't just the tankers. We're also sending in the Dragon Lady, the U-2. Everything that we have in our inventory, we are sending over to one place. It's called the Sandbox. And once they get there, they are going to have a total armament that exceeds anything that we had during the Gulf War back in the 1990s. Something to think about. And hopefully, the Iranians will be thinking very hard about what they're up against and not play games. You either back down, get your act in order, or we're going to take you and turn you into, dirt, sand, and possibly glass. Now, the Iranian leaders said, hey, they want to do this, we'll show them power. The head of the naval thing says, we're going to show you power that you've never seen. We will sink you totally into the ocean. The word is they've got some hypersonic missiles, the Fatah 1, the Fatah 2. Those are very fast, very powerful, and they will challenge the defense systems the United States has. I understand that. But all in all, the president has to decide when the time is right, or if the time is right, to pull the trigger. Can they take out just the political leaders, the military leaders? Well, we've kind of done that before with our drones and our Raptors and everything else and everything we've got available. So could they do that to the leaders of Iran? Probably so. We know where they are. We know where they live. But is it worth it? Or do we have to declare a full all-out, we are going to take you out and turn you into glass war? I can tell you this, the Shah of Iran had a son, Pavi, and he wants to come back to his country. But he didn't want to come over as king, didn't want to return his that. He wants to turn it into a democratically elected government. He wants people to vote. Get in there and say, here's what we need to do. Have a country that works with the other countries and starts trading with the other countries and settles down the Middle East before it turns into a cauldron we can't get out of. Yes, that's something that could happen. And that's what a lot of people want. But for all those thousands of young Iranians who've been mowed down by the machine guns of the Iran army, well, maybe his time has come, because the forces are building up. And I guarantee you, it's going to be FAFO. And that's what's going to happen. And how will it turn out? I don't know. Will this turn into a big giant fracas? Once again, I don't know. If Iran chooses to back down, everything can end peaceably. If they want a cha-cha, that probably is not going to end well. It's just something you need to be aware of, because that's what's going on in your world, whether you like it or not. We're trying to take Iran and say, enough is enough. You've destroyed enough, killed enough, and frankly, it's time you become part of the world like everybody else. And if you don't, suffer the consequences. Now you know. You have been informed.